everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel, and this is week 5 of the 10-week summer body challenge that I'm doing in collaboration with the Transatlantic Housewives of YouTube, which include myself, at Busy Bee Marie, at Maria Crocker, and at Tina's Talk Time. And we all decided to get together to create a 10-week challenge to kind of motivate each other and hopefully motivate anybody watching to try and lose weight, get fit, get healthier, and hopefully happier within that 10 weeks, but hopefully something that we can, take forward and do for the rest of our lives. So we're all doing different diets, for want of a better word. Marie's doing fasting diet, Maria Crocker is doing Slimming World, and Tina is doing a little bit of everything. Myself, I am doing the low carb diet lifestyle, mainly because I'm type 2 diabetic, and there's been proven research that eating a low carb diet helps to lower blood sugar and has been known to reverse it so you can come off medication. I do take metformin twice a day to help keep my blood sugars down. Hopefully, if I can keep this up, I can come off the medication. So low carb basically means just what it says, low carb. So I've cut out bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, which sounds difficult, but it's not as difficult as you might think. And if you've watched previous videos, you can see I'm eating, decent stuff. I'm not cutting out carbs altogether because that would be impossible. And I know a lot of people do keto diet, which is very low carb, which is around 20 to 30 grams of carbs a day, which I would find quite difficult. So a low carb means under 130 grams of carbs a day, but usually I'm around the 60 grams mark. So that's what low carb's all about. So we'll start the week off as we usually do, which is how did my week go. I'll do the weigh-in towards the end if you haven't seen one of these videos before. So how did my week go? Well, it went okay. I mean, this is the 5th week, and I have blips every week. I'm going to, but I decided that I would have the blip, get over it, and just get back on track. So that's what I've done this week. On Monday, I had a really bad day. I didn't sleep very well on Sunday night, and I was really tired. I went to work on Monday, and I was very tired. And that hasn't happened for a while. And I don't know why I slept badly. I don't know whether it was because it was hotter or what, but I did sleep badly, so I was really tired. I did take me low carb lunch with us, but we've got like a cafe canteen type of thing at work. And after I'd had me lunch, I went and bought a 4-pack of Jaffa cakes, not 4 packets of Jaffa cakes. It was a little pack with 4 Jaffa cakes in it, but there was actually 67 grams of carbs in those 4 Jaffa cakes, which is really high if you're usually sticking to 60 grams. And what I found was on the Monday afternoon, I hit that afternoon slump, and I haven't had that for 5 weeks. I felt tired. I could feel my eyes closing. I felt that tired, and that was down to the Jaffa cakes. So I was tired already from not sleeping well, and because I ate the Jaffa cakes, because I was tired and I wanted something, I felt more tired. So it was a spiral. So I finished Monday in not a very good place, but Tuesday morning I thought, right, it's a different day. I felt more awake. I'd had a better night's sleep, so I just got straight talked about in a previous video. So that was my week. It's been a little bit up and down. Hard-boiled egg one morning, which is quite an achievement for me to get up and cook smoked haddock, but I really like it. And it is low carb, but it's good for you. It's a shame the house stinks of smoked haddock for about 4 days afterwards, but which is quite an achievement for me to get up and cook smoked haddock, but I really like it. and it is low carb, but it's good for you. It's a shame the house stinks of smoked haddock for about 4 days afterwards, but that is a really nice breakfast. It's high in protein, so it keeps you feeling full, stops you feeling hungry, so you will have those, you know, those snacky issues. For lunch, on a couple of occasions this week, I've had salmon. Now I bought the ready cooked salmon from Aldi, which is a lot easier than cooking it myself, and it, you know, it doesn't smell the house out of salmon. Warren hates salmon, so I get the ready cooked. I think it was a chili one, and I had that with a hard boiled egg as well, and some lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, celery, that kind of thing. And I also took a packet of little Callow dark chocolate rice cakes, which I've talked about before, but I'll put a picture in here. I didn't take them on that Monday when I bought the Jaffa cakes, and if I had it done, maybe I wouldn't have ate the Jaffa cakes. So I took the Callow rice cakes with us. I had, for one of my teas this week, I decided to have a burger with the other low carb bun I had. I've talked about the low carb buns again before. Very low carbs, a little bit chewy. Better if you heat them up, if you toast them. So I had the low carb bun toasted. I had a Richmond no meat burger, because I don't eat meat. And on top of the burger, I had a fried egg, which was fried in a little bit of coconut oil, and some cheese. And that was actually really tasty. I had that with some salad. And I felt full, it was tasty, and I felt like I'd eaten something nice for me tea. One night this week I decided to try some foods that I hadn't tried before, because it's good to keep it, you know, a little bit interesting. So I did a little bit of Googling on the internet, and I came across, it was a lime tuna steak with an avocado and cucumber salsa. So I thought that sounded nice. I do eat fish. I had bought some frozen tuna steaks from Tesco. You get them in a bag of, I think there's 6. There's either 4 or 6 tuna steaks in the bag, and they're packed in 2s, but I only took one out. And the recipe did call for you to grill the tuna steak with lime and garlic. You'd marinated it in, which I didn't do, because I was wanting to do it quickly. And the tuna steak goes in the oven, the frozen one, not on the grill. So maybe next time I'll try it with a fresh tuna steak and you know, use the marinade. But for this time, I put the tuna steak in the oven, which was cooked for, I think it was about 20-25 minutes. It was, you know, and that was nicely cooked for me. And the avocado salsa, which was avocado, cucumber, tomato, a bit of chili pepper, some lime juice and salt and pepper. And that was really, really tasty. I would definitely have that again. So the tuna and avocado salsa was really nice, but I decided to make a dessert that night as well. And this is also something that I'd never tried before, but I have heard, and this was a keto chocolate chia pudding, or pudding as we say in Gateshead. And it's basically, I'll put the links to the recipes for these below so you can go and have a look and make it if you fancy it. It's basically chia seeds, which if you've never heard of them, are tiny little black seeds, and they're really good for you. They're full of all kinds of nutrients and protein and things like that. So it was chia seeds, coconut milk, peanut butter, some cocoa powder, water, and some vanilla essence. And it's a really interesting texture, let's say, on the chia pudding. I did make the mistake after making it of putting it in the fridge for half an hour, which you're not supposed to do, because the chia seeds in the chocolate mixture kind of solidify, so it went quite, not hard, but it would have been nicer if it was a little bit, I don't want to use the word sloppier, but a little bit more soft. So next time I won't put it in the fridge. But I added a couple of strawberries to that. Again, I'll put a picture. And that was really nice. It satisfies me chocolate craving, because I do like chocolate. It satisfied that, and Warren enjoyed it as well. So the chia chocolate pudding I can highly recommend. So I have had some really nice meals this week as well, and I think that's the key to sticking to something like this. I have been a little bit, like I said in the first week, I was writing everything down. I was writing how many calories, how many carbs, how much protein. And I was doing that all manually on with pen and paper, and Googling the different ingredients on, Sainsbury's website to see what the nutrition was and stuff. And that just got a little bit time consuming. So I'd heard of Carb Manager. So I decided to download the Carb Manager app. So I'll talk a little bit about that. There is a free version of it. So that's the version I've been using. And I'm just going to show you it on me tablet here so you can see what it looks like. When you first sign up to it, it'll ask you to put in, if you're male or female, what your height is, what your age is, what your weight is, and things like that. And then it asks you to choose your macros, which I'll just show you. Now, this is the bit where low carb and especially keto gets a little bit confusing. So this does help you. So I'll just show the screen. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. I might put some photos in here if this doesn't work out very well. So it asks you to decide if you want to lose weight, maintain or gain muscle. So I said I wanted to lose weight. You can choose your own calories. So I've chosen 1,400 calories a week. Then it says, looking good. At this rate, we estimate that you will lose 3.3 pounds per month, which is fine because if you lose weight slowly, it's more likely to stay off. Then it asks you to choose your macro goals, which is where I get a little bit confused. So it's got options here. I'll just click the little down button. You can see there the different options. And now it says you can choose low carb, high fat. It goes right down to high carb, low fat. Now I went for a middle ground, low carb, moderate fat. So no, actually, I chose the low carb, high fat. Yeah, I chose low carb, high fat. And it gave me that I should be eating 42 grams of carbs, 88 grams of protein, which is what they recommend you should eat. Not the NHS guidelines. This is people who believe in low carb and keto way of life. And the fat, I think that says 58 grams of fat. Now, I am no way a medical professional. This is just something I've researched on my own and I'm doing for myself. If you're interested in a low carb keto lifestyle, you may want to speak to your doctor first, to get the all clear before you do it. This is just me saying this is what I'm doing. So you choose your macro goals. So I thought that was quite good because that does help. But what is good about the Carb Manager app is you get your daily, you can have a daily log of what you're eating. So this is what I was doing with pen and paper, but you can actually do this on the app. I've got it on my tablet. You can also get it on the desktop and you can download it to your phone as well. And it gives you, at the top, it gives you a guideline of what you've got for the day. So there it's telling us how much protein, how much fat, how much carbs, how much calories. And as I put things into the daily log, it'll tell us how much I've got left. So there you can see it's got room for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's also got snacks. You can put your daily workouts in there. You can put your water intake in there. So it's quite a comprehensive daily log. If you want to add anything for your breakfast, you just click on the Add Breakfast button and you can type in here in the search bar what it is you've eaten. So say I was eating I've already put some things in here. If I was eating an egg, you can see in here it's got very large egg, which is what I bought. And I can just tap on that. And it'll tell us how many calories, protein, fat, carbs, whatever, and you can add it to whatever meal you've had it in. If you've got the premium version of Carb Manager, when you type in something you want to eat, it'll also give you the option to look at brands. It does this on the free one as well. Common foods, but it also gives you recipes. So if I put in egg in there, say I put in tuna. I wanted to make a meal with tuna. Search. It also gives the option on the paid version to click on recipes. So if I clicked on recipes, it's going to give me all the recipes to do with tuna. And if I had the premium version, I can just click on that and it'll tell us the ingredients and how to make it, which could be very useful. So I'm just going to show you a day that I did last week, if I can find it. In fact, this was yesterday. I have changed my macros a little bit today from what they were yesterday, because I think my calories were a little bit low. I had it at 1200 calories, which I think for me is too low. So you can see here, it gives you coloured pie chart of what you've had for the day. And yesterday, it said I had 64 grams of protein left, because it was given as 120 grams of protein a day, which I think is too much for me. Fat, it was saying 90 grams. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, I can't see. And it was saying I went 37 grams over the fat. And for calories, it said I had 9 calories left. I'd had 1,190 calories. And net carbs, I had 18 carbs left. I'd only had 42 carbs that day. So that it's quite interesting, and you can see there the things, you know, that I've put in there, and it tells you for each meal how many carbs you're eating, which is quite useful. So I can see there for dinner, when I had the tuna and avocado salsa and the chia pudding, I went 230 calories over what it recommended I should have for my dinner. But it said I had 2 grams of carbs left. So that is quite interesting, you know, if you want to get a little bit more deeper into the carbs. For some people it may be confusing, so to start off with, just, you know, cut down on bread, pasta, rice and potatoes, and then maybe when you get a bit into it, you might want to look more into things like macros and stuff like that. Now it's time for the weigh-in. So I'll just put in here me getting on the scales. As you can see, I lost £3 this week. I don't know whether that was because I had used the Carb Manager for 2 or 3 days. I have done a little bit more exercise this week. I've been doing the Shelley's Fabulous 50s. I've done a few of them workouts. I've especially been concentrating on the stand and abs workout and the arms workout, because I need to tone up a little bit. I've been walking to work every day. So I don't know whether that helped us lose £3, but altogether over I think it's 5 weeks now, I've lost half a stone, so that's £7, and I'm really pleased with that. Warren's also doing this, my husband, and he's lost £10.5, and he's also really pleased about that. So, you know, if the low carb does work, and it is bringing my blood sugar down as well. I've been doing the finger prick test, you know, now and again. I haven't done it that much this week because I'm running out of strips. I need to buy some more. And it's hovered around the 6, 7, it went to 7.5, but, you know, that's pretty good for me. This is the part where I talk about what I learned this week. And I think I read something on the internet, and I'm just going to read it here. It says, most women give up on diets after 5 weeks, 2 days and 43 minutes. I don't know where they get the 2 days and 43 minutes from. But I thought that was quite interesting, because, it is week 5, and I have been starting to get a little bit... I've been getting a little bit complacent with it for a couple of weeks, but I've been getting a little bit bored with what I'm eating. I tend to be latching on to the same 2 and 3 meals every week, and I'm eating all the time. And I think that does lead to you getting a little bit bored with your diet, and I think that's why a lot of people give up, because they're missing things that they would have eaten previously. And if you want to make this, a long-term lifestyle, then you've got to find a wide variety of foods you can eat. I know a lot of snacky things that I can eat, which I've talked about in a previous video, which again I'll link below if you want to listen to that particular one. But for me, I think it's the dinners, your evening meal, your tea, whatever you want to call it. I need more of them. I need more variety. So I think I might sign up to the premium version of Carb Manager, just so I can look at the different recipes on there. I think it's only something like £3 a month. I'll put the details below. I'm not affiliated to it or anything, and I'll let you know next week how I get on with that. But I think that will help us get a little bit more variety in my diet. And also on the YouTube, there's a YouTube channel called Low Carb Love. She's an American woman who has lost £100 on the low carb lifestyle, and she has tons and tons of videos on low carb recipes which look really, really nice. There was something she called an egg roll skillet the other day that I was watching. That looked really nice, although it had no egg in it. If you're American, can you tell me what an egg roll is? Because for me, an egg roll would have egg in it. So if you know, let us know in the comments below. But yeah, there's some really good recipes on there. So if you fancy, looking at some more low carb recipes, you might want to have a look at that. So I'm quite happy with me £7 weight loss. I'm definitely not as tired as I used to be. My stomach definitely feels flatter. Might not look flatter, but it feels flatter. And I can tell in me trousers, me jeans, that I have firmed up the top of my legs and my butt, probably from all the walking. So I'm happy with the way things are going. If you'd like to watch the other Transatlantic Housewives, remember Marie's doing fasting, Maria's doing Slimming World, and Tina's doing a little bit of everything. Then don't forget to go ahead and watch their videos now. I'll put the links below so you can do that. I hope you're joining in with us. Please let us know how you're doing, what diet you're doing, what tips you've got, or if you want to ask me any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So that's all I've got for you this week. I'll see you again next week. So happy weight loss. Bye for now.